Bonjour les fonds de la course hippique, and here I am at Paris Longchamp on Sunday, where the Prix du Conseil de Paris is the feature. I will tell you more of that later, but first I must be up early non, as Voyage Bubble is in the shut-in trophy in Hong Kong, and although he must be giving almost 6 kilos away to the field, I think he will win this Group 2. Now, he has to be the best horse over a mile at shut-in since the brilliant Golden 60 took his retirement, and he will be winning this. But before I will give you my Sunday nap, Caroline did want to tell you of the one she likes at Kempton later today.
Why, thank you, Marie-Francoise, and I too will be up to watch the brilliant Voyage Bubble in the Shah-Tin Trophy. Of course, Jay Seller was bang on when she said no one could lay a finger on Ka Ying Rising in the Everest at Randwick early on Saturday morning, so it's going to have been an early start all round for us office girls this weekend. Note to the boss, I say. Anyway, before we get back to Marie-Francoise for her nap, I did just want to mention the copy bet listed hurdle at Kempton. There's been plenty of money down this week for Burdett Road, and I'll give you that he's a top-class hurdler, but I just wonder whether Paul Nicholls-Ruboard might nick this. He's won it the last 2 years as his usual starting point for the National Hunt campaign, and I've a gut feeling he might do it again. Now back to Marie-Francoise in France.
Merci beaucoup, Caroline, and I will be looking at Ruboard later on at Kempton. But my Sunday nap is in the feature at Paris Longchamp. I think I must find it very easy to be on Dubai honour for this Prix du Conseil de Paris. He has won 7 of his 26 starts and has won races all over the world, including the Group 1 Grand Prix de Saint-Cloud last year, so maybe he will be very, very hard to beat in this grade. D'accord, Carl Burke's Convergent is a 3-year-old that has won 3 of 5 races, so is the one to be improving, and André Fabre's Junko also must be onto my list. George Scott's Bay City Roller ran very, very well in the Prix d'Or last time, so can also be one in the race, but Dubai Honour is maybe my selection at this trip.
And I wish you the best of luck, Marie-Francoise, but my Sunday next best is much later on at Leopardstown, where I'll be having no hesitation backing Trust Your Instinct for this listed race, having won the Group 3 International Stakes in June. After that, it didn't look that Joseph O'Brien's Churchill Gelding saw out the 12 furlongs here the last day, maybe doing too much early on, so Dylan Brown McMonagall is likely to switch him off a bit here. Recent Northfields handicap winner, Johnny Murtaugh's Shaul looks for some black type, and is one I think is going the right way, while the Ballydoyle pair of Acapulco Bay and Shackleton both have claims. Dermot Weld's Charanga won her maiden well, so is hardly thrown in, but the racing experience of Trust Your Instinct should make the difference. Earlier on in the Nocker Stakes, I'm thinking that you wouldn't have to look beyond Ger Lyons Mutasarrif for this listed race. He does like it around here, and the last day showed he was as good as ever when second to Alakazi here in the Solenoay Stakes, which was a Group 2 contest, so this looks just a bit easier. The important thing there was that he got upsides of the Aidan O'Brien pair, including the favourite Expanded, and although there are 3 from the Ballydoyle yard lining up, none have really featured in the anti-post markets, so it could be Roger Varian's British Raider, Salal, that commands the most respect. Dermot Weld's Finger Paint completes my list, but I do think Mutasarrif is the one to beat in this grade. Now, we'll get back to Marie-Francoise at Longchamp.
We are back at Paris Longchamp for the Prix Casimir Delamare. Maybe I can find Rainbow's Edge, the one to follow in this listed contest, with Oisin Murphy, I think, on the crest of the wave, as the British champion jockey again. She was only beaten by Ashriba in the Prix Dahlia at Saint-Cloud when she was last running, but I think that she can win in this grade and be ahead of Francis-Henri Graffard's Velikaya, who can chase her home. Rainbow's Edge to keep Oisin Murphy on this winning run. Next, I believe that the Raider from Angleterre, Dash of Azure, can win this listed Prix de Saint-Cyr. Rafe Beckett's filly of Blue Point ran very, very well in the October Stakes at Ascot, getting in front of the favourite Bright Thunder and only losing out to the winner, Cajole, by the short head. This race was on the soft ground, so it must be that the conditions here are just perfect, and Dash of Azure must go close with Francis-Henri Graffard's Narkala, maybe the one to be also in the race. It is Dash of Azure for me, with Narkala and Medusa Merger to be making her do the work.